100 freestyle was his top event. That was his best event. And he got disqualified. And he's probably not been disqualified in anything since he was like 10.
Yeah.
And we were like, what? And he was so disappointed, because that was his thing. And somehow in all that disappointment, he turns around and wins his 50 free and qualifies for states.
He wrote a paper on it,
Yeah.
which we found, Don't Let a Stumble in the Road Ruin Your Journey.
Yeah.
That was the
And
title.
he was talking about that.
He was a good young man. He's a product of good upbringing. He worked hard. He had trials and tribulations like any young person, but he overcame those. So we lost out. I looked like, Nick was a swim team captain, and, he was a good-looking young man. And, looking back, to the 50s or something, he would have been that guy, you'd think, wow, that was a swim team captain kind of kid. But, the American dream, what happened? He's dead, He got killed in a school.
911, what is your emergency?
Hi, my daughter just texted me from school. She's at Stoneman Douglas, Marjorie Stoneman Douglas in Parkland, and she says there's an active shooter.
Don't move.
No, they're still hiding.
Don't tell them to stay.
Okay, stay on the line with me. Do not hang up, okay?
Text she sent was what time?
Okay, what city is that?
12:34.
No, she's terrified right now.
Okay.
Someone in here shooting guns. She's upstairs. I'm scared.
Where is she? Okay.
She says she's behind the desk right now, but the shots were closed.
Jeez, on Valentine's Day?
She said that's where the suspect, the shooter is.
Okay.
Stoneman Douglas High School is being shot up.
It's being shot up? Are you at the school? I can't hear you. Are you at the school?
For the parents who lost a child in last year's shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, every day is February 14th. And while the country has largely moved on to the latest mass shooting, these parents are still dealing with the loss. And it's brutal.
Terrible feeling. It's a terrible feeling.
Yeah.
Terrible feeling. Can't even put words to it.
Mitch and Annika Dworet lost their 17-year-old son, Nick, during the shooting last year. Nick was a senior at MSD High School and was headed to the University of Indianapolis in the fall on a swim scholarship. Their younger son, Alex, was also shot during the attack, but survived. The Dworets waited an agonizing 12 hours before they found out what happened to Nick. They were the last family told.
It just blows you away. There's not words to describe the feeling of the trauma at first. It's like, it's like you're hit, You just flatten. It's surreal. It's an out-of-body experience kind of thing, I think, And now the grief is the loss. The dream is done. My son is gone.
Yeah, you wake up in the morning and you're like, no, why did I wake up to feel this pain? I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. But then to meet somebody who went through it and they're still here and they're somewhat okay, it kind of gives you that like, okay, I have to go on,
Since the shooting, the Dworets have received nearly 1,000 letters offering prayers, encouragement, and well wishes. But some of the best support they've received has been from other parents who have been through what they have.
It could happen to any of us at any time.
It started with Lonnie and Sandy. They were the first couple that we ever met who, Lonnie and Sandy Phillips, they lost their daughter in Aurora. And the way they spoke to us and about the things they let us know were coming and just being real people. They didn't want anything. They just made me feel like there's someone out there who I can cry to or talk to. We're gonna be here for you, Mitch. We're here.
Is there a piece of advice or something that they told you all that sticks out in your mind? Something that I guess you either go back to today or something that really helped you in a difficult moment?
Take care of us first.
That's the most important thing.
Don't get political. Don't go out there and do the fight. You're angry. Don't go there.
Yeah, the anger makes you want to go, I have to go and change this country's gun laws, or you have to go out and change things. This can't be, I don't want another parent to go through this and feel this pain. That's the first thought. And they said, you got to take care of yourself first, and I think they were so right.
And while they wouldn't consider themselves activists, they do want things to change. The Dworets and several other parents who lost a loved one in the shooting formed the nonprofit Stand with Parkland, to advocate for safer schools.
I feel very strongly about the guns. Absolutely. I mean, no matter how you look at it, you have a sick person that want to do something really bad. When he makes that decision, it makes a difference what he's holding in his hand, what the type of damage he will make. You want to be there for Nick. You want hopefully change will happen for, you know, so it's not in vain.
I don't see it as political. People make it political. As far as my son's story, I can only speak to my son and who he was, and we all lost that day. We all lost. He would have been contributing to society in a masterful way.
But don't confuse moving forward with moving on. As the one-year anniversary approaches, the Dworets have made it through what would have been Nick's prom, graduation, and 18th birthday. Yet they still say it doesn't get any easier.
The cycle, you know, the firsts are done. Okay, but the firsts are done. But then what about the seconds? Okay, but the firsts are done. Okay, we got through our first Thanksgiving with my empty, you know, even today sitting where Nick, you know, at the table, I sit across from Nick throughout my life, eating, and he's not, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, same thing, you know, so yeah, the firsts. But for us, it's truly every day. It doesn't really go away. Absolutely. They say time heals all wounds, not this one.